It's been an unusually dry spring and my trees are in need of some water. I also like to put a little bit of fertilizer on them at this time, and I've come up with a neat solution to water many trees at once. As you can see, I've got quite a few here that need watering. The soil is incredibly dry. We've only had about an inch of rain in the past month and a half, and a lot of the leaves have come out on the tree, but the soil is really dry. So I need to give these guys a quick drink. You see there's some red spots on this tree here, which is not a good indication. This part of the yard is always the driest, so I'm going to start watering down here first. And the solution I've come up with is this rig right here. So basically what it is several small tubes all put into one. So you can get a shot of that there. There you go. And what I do with this is there's various different lengths of tubing, and I have a large water tote that's 800 liters that I can pull with my lawn tractor. It's on a low trailer that can hold a ton of weight, so it's sufficient enough to carry that water. And I bring it in a centralized location, like right here among several trees. I'm going to stop it, and I hook up the hose, the tubing right here, and I just let the water come out on its own, so it's gravity fed. And each of these pieces of tubing will be placed, for example, just like one piece of tubing like that. And if it's a larger tree or a tree that needs special care, I'll put a couple in there together. So it gets fed on its own over time. I leave it sit for about an hour or so and let a couple hundred liters of water come out, and then I move it along to the next place. So to get from here down to the end there, it takes a full day to get them watered, but very quick on my part. All I need to do is just fill up the water container. As long as you got the right equipment for that, then that's a quick fill. I also drop some fertilizer into it as well, some dissolvable fertilizer, and then the trees get fed and watered at the same time. So I'll get this set up for you here, and I'll show you what it looks like. So after a couple of minutes of getting things set up, I've got 12 trees ready to water at once here. See, there's a line going into each one here. And if I'm in an area where I only have 11 trees, or they're too far apart and I got some extra tubing left over, all I need to do is just either stick it in the tree so it's higher than the water line, or just put it back into the water tote, so it doesn't just drain nowhere and I don't end up losing water. So things are set up here. I just need to go fetch the water. Now the water is collected by collected rainwater or groundwater, and you can look at my other videos for how that's done. Okay, let me just set things up here. So here's the water supply for my drip line. Just noticed that the tires are starting to go a little bit flat, so I've got to take care of that just with all that weight. Also, my gas powered pump isn't working right now, so I just used an aquarium pump. Pumps a little bit of water. So it takes maybe a half hour to fill up this 800 liter tank. So as you can tell, the water color has a little bit of a blue tint to it, and that's because I'm using this all-purpose fertilizer here. It's a 15-30-15 water soluble. It's a great outdoor fertilizer, so I use about half a bucket for this one here for 700-800 liters. You can usually just go by the color. You can tell by the tint if it's too strong or not strong enough. Alright, I got my lawn tractor hooked up to the tank, and I'm just putting a little bit more water into it. Got the tires blowing up. Everything's hooked on and ready to go. So as soon as this gets filled up, we'll bring it down and get it hooked up and start watering some trees. So I've got my water source down to the right location, and all the tubes are in the perfect spot so that I can feed the trees and water the trees. So I don't have any sealant on this, but it fits in there pretty snug. Alright, and there'll probably be a little bit of drippage around the connection here, but that's okay. And just turn the water on, and you can adjust the speed of it, of course. And obviously there'll be more pressure when the tank is full, so then just follow the ends and make sure that there's water coming out. There we go. So it's not coming out at high pressure, it's just the perfect rate so that the trees can get a good soaking. And don't need to sit here and watch it. So you just let the water flow and come back in an hour or so I can go and do some other tasks that need to be done in the yard. And after an hour, or I'll keep an eye on it from a distance, because you can see the water level on it pretty clearly there. Once it's down 100 liters or so, kind of down to here, I'll come down and to the yard and stop the water flow, and then move the tubes to a different set of trees so that they can all be watered. Right, and they all seem to be getting some water there, even at a distance. So there you have it. That's my watering setup for an acreage when you have a lot of trees to water and not a lot of time to do it, and you don't want to just be pouring gallons of water on your trees and having it wash away. So this ensures that your trees get a good soaking, and you can fertilize it and make the best of your water source. Alright, thanks for watching.